Welcome to the Fear and Greed Business News Afternoon Report for Wednesday, the 9th of August, 2023. I'm Michael Thompson. Every afternoon, we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about, so let's jump into it. Story number 1, the S&P ASX 200 closed up 0.4% to 7,337 points this afternoon. There were mixed results. InvoCare was a strong performer, up almost 6%. We'll have more on that one in a moment. Coronado Global Resources was the next best, up almost 5%. Now, the banks rallied through the afternoon. All the big four posted increases. Commonwealth Bank this morning announced a record $10.2 billion full-year profit. Its share price ended up 2.7%. Healthcare was the worst performing sector today, led by ResMed with a fall of over 4.4%. On to story number 2 now, and Australia's ambassador to the US, Kevin Rudd, has been helping to launch a new report in Canberra, warning the skills shortage in technology will hold back Australia's digital future. That is, unless we achieve more collaboration with American businesses. Accenture, the Tech Council of Australia, Microsoft and LinkedIn all collaborated on the research, which shows 102,000 Aussies are employed in US-based tech firms and 4,000 workers move from US tech firms to Australian businesses annually. The tech giants want more Australia-US relations between companies to improve workforce growth and are pointing out that half of Australia's successful startups were actually launched or scaled with the support of US tech talent. Clearly, the tech companies want more partnerships and more investment between Australia and the US. Story number 3, oil and gas business. Beach Energy's chief executive, Morné Engelbrecht, has quit after about 15 months in the job. Brett Woods, a Santos executive, will instead become CEO in February. The change in senior appointments is making a few investors uncomfortable. It marks the third boss for the business in about 3 years, and production has been struggling. Kerry Stokes, Seven Group Holdings, owns about 30% of Beach. Seven Group chief Ross Stokes was recently appointed as a director. The company's full results are due to be released on Monday, which will no doubt attract even more attention than usual. On to story number 4, and as we flagged in this morning's episode, the board of Australia's largest funeral and crematoria operator has accepted a $1.8 billion takeover offer from TPG Capital. The private equity firm made a $12.70 a share offer for InvoCare. It has now been accepted and will be voted on by shareholders in October. TPG already holds a 19.98% stake in InvoCare. Its share price jumped about 6% on news of the deal following a trading halt earlier in the week. InvoCare is best known probably for its brands White Lady and Simplicity and manages over 40,000 funerals a year. And finally, on to story number 5, credit card balances in the US have risen above $1 trillion for the first time on record. A $45 billion jump in the April to June period pushed credit card balances over this somewhat dubious threshold. Data from the New York Federal Reserve shows this was a 4% increase. The number of credit cards with outstanding debt payments that are 30 or more days late increased to 7.2%, and then that is the highest rate since 2012, so more than a decade. It is a clear sign that Americans are finding it tougher to get by, though there is some normalizing happening post-pandemic lockdowns. That's it for the afternoon report for Wednesday, the 9th of August, 2023. Don't forget to hit follow on the podcast and find Fear and Greed on LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Join us tomorrow morning for the Fast 5 Business News by Fear and Greed, the top 5 business stories you need to know in 5 minutes. I'm Michael Thompson. Enjoy your evening.